Hey guys, it's Benedictines the vegan, the one and only. Isn't it weird that you are the only you in this world? There's no other you in this world. You are the only you in this world. But you are supposed to be like everyone else. You're very unique, but that doesn't matter because you were born into a world of bondage. You were born in a world where you are looked at as a number. You're just a number in this world. You're a slave. You are an ideal slave. That's what you are. So when you think about the idea of school, you actually realize that it is actually the most effective tool that has been used to create the ideal slave. You are an ideal slave because school has programmed you to become an ideal slave. That's what it was all about. It wasn't about anything else. Ask yourself this question: what have you learned at school? Have you learned anything that can really help you in this world? Are you smarter than people who have never went to school? Are you better than those people? Are there things that you can do that they cannot do? What have you learned? You spent how many years going to school? What have you learned? Because if school was really good, if school was really important, if school was really helpful, you would be on another level right now. You'll be way better than people who have never went to school, but you're not. You're just like them, only dumb. You are much easier to control. No, people who have never went to school are not that easy to control. They do not comply a lot. You comply a lot because you've been trained since you were little to comply. That is why you are an ideal slave. Do you understand how hard it is to turn a normal thinking human into a slave? Do you know how hard it is to make a person that is normal obey you? To make a person that is normal do whatever you tell them to do? That is not easy. But if you train them since they are little to obey, if you train them since they are little to do what you want them to do, if you train them since they are little that actually it is wrong for them to think for themselves, to do what they really want, that is wrong. It's wrong. You shouldn't be doing what you want in this world. You shouldn't be doing things that make you happy. No, 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 no. You must be doing what makes your masters happy. I mean, if you train kids since they're little that they must neglect themselves and just do what makes their masters happy, of course when they get older they're going to think that that is normal. Of course when they get older they're going to think that the people that are not complying are not normal. They're going to think that the people that are not complying are crazy. Why are you not complying? Why are you not worshiping our masters? Why are you just doing what you want to do? That's why we have so many Uncle Toms in our society. Isn't it weird to you that we have a lot of people who are against the people that are trying to fight the system, who are against people that are trying to be free? We live in a society full of ideal slaves. People who are just here to serve, They're not here for themselves. It's not about them at all. They're just here to serve, and in return they get food, they get clothes, they get shelter, they get life partners, get married, have children, and the cycle continues. This cycle of insanity continues. Do you see just how stupid people are? Do you see that people are not right in their heads? They're defeated mentally. They're not even free enough to think for themselves. They are supposed to think in ways that are going to keep them where they are. They're not supposed to see beyond what they're able to see. They're not supposed to imagine a better world. This is it. This is it. This is all that they can experience. We live in a world where there's people who are okay with their enslavement, and they want everyone to be okay with their enslavement. If you're not okay with being a slave, they're going to have a problem with you. They're going to fight with you. How dare you try to change things? How dare you cause problems? What you must understand is that if we are going to fight these stupid systems, there will always be problems. You're not going to fight this system and just win. The system is going to fight back. The matrix is going to fight back. So yes, if we decide to fight, there's going to be problems, real problems. People are going to die. People are going to end up homeless. People are going to end up jobless. People are going to... That's what needs to happen in order to beat this system. We have to understand that the more we have children and send them to school, we are continuing with this system of enslavement. We're supporting this system. It's a crazy system. We shouldn't be supporting this. This isn't what it means to be human. We're better than this, way better than this. You're not here to just serve. You're not here to just work, That is super, super stupid. If you think that you are here to just work for other people, you are here to worship your masters, wake up in the morning and go to work each and every day, worshiping people, kissing their asses, that's life. No, that's not life. That's stupidity. You are just an ideal slave. You just became okay with your enslavement. You see, you live in a very, very sick world, and you are okay with the sickness because they trained you since you were little to accept this world, to accept this sickness. Now, the world is really crazy. Everyone is crazy right now. There are only few people that are actually free enough to think for themselves. And it's not easy to think for yourself in a society like this. It's not easy because humans want to fit in. Every human wants to fit in. You want other people to accept you. You don't want to be alone. You don't want to feel alone. It doesn't feel good to feel alone. You want to feel like you belong somewhere. But it's better to not belong anywhere because this society is not good. It's better to not belong anywhere if the only groups that you can belong to are groups of slaves. You see? It's better to not belong anywhere. It's better to be a lone wolf. It's better to think for yourself because trying to fit in is only going to make you stupid because you cannot fit in as you. You see, you cannot be yourself. You're not allowed to be unique. It's against the rules. That's what you must understand. If you want to fit in, you cannot be yourself. You're supposed to be like the people that you are trying to be in the same group with. You're supposed to be just like them. If you want to be a Christian, you're supposed to be like other Christians. If you want to be a Muslim, you're supposed to be like other Muslims. So it's better to not fit in. It's better to be yourself. It's better to be a lone wolf. It's better to be a fighter. Because we live in a very, very stupid world. We live in a world where everyone else is defeated. So if you can think for yourself, you're not defeated. You see, you're not brainwashed. You still have a sense of individuality left. No, so at least you can still be yourself. I know what you're thinking. No, it's actually better to just be like everyone else, to just be a slave. It seems better, but it's not. You become stupid. You're going to suffer and not even understand what the heck is going on. You're going to reproduce, bring children into this world that you're going to take care of, and they're not even your children. You know, people think that the people that are bringing in this world are their children. They are not your children. You don't own. You understand? You have to raise these kids, but you don't really own them. You do not own them. Your masters own those keys. So you're just going to suffer. You end up, you see, by fitting in, you have to let go of whatever makes you unique. Whatever makes you you. Whatever makes you special. Whatever makes you dope. You have to let go of all of that and fit in. That doesn't make you better. That doesn't make you happy. You know, it makes you feel worse. It makes you feel miserable. You're just going to be distracted. You're going to be distracted enough to not realize just how miserable you are. You see? This world is stupid, man. People have become idle slaves. They are worshipping their masters. They are no longer fighting against their enslavement. They are no longer trying to be free. They are okay with being slaves. You know, they are okay with waking up every day and doing the same shit. They are okay with being told what to do. They are okay with being told that, you know what, you cannot break this rule. You cannot break this law. And what they don't even understand is that the people that are above them, their masters, are breaking all the rules. Do you think they have a sense of morality, those people? All the rules are made for you. They're not made for them. The rules are made for you. You are the one that is supposed to comply. It's not them that should comply. They're good. It's you who is supposed to comply. Rules are made for broke people. Rules are made for stupid people. Rules are made for poor people. Rules are made for slaves. You think slave masters are playing by the rules? They don't play by the rules. There are a lot of things that if you knew that they do these things, you think that they are really sick. You would not even want to be like them. Another thing that you must realize about morality is that it does not exist. There is no morality in this world. You know, it's about power, man. It's about who has power, who's making all the decisions. They're the ones that are deciding what is right. They're the ones that are deciding what is wrong. They're the ones that are deciding who gets to be in prison, who gets to be free, who gets to have money, who gets to be broke. There is no morality in this world, man. There is no right or wrong. And the people that are at the top know that. They have just brainwashed you to believe that there is morality. You see, they brainwashed you to believe that. You're supposed to believe that morality exists so that you will comply, you see? So that you will be a good citizen. So that you will brainwash your children. Your children are going to grow up believing that there is morality. Even when they are being abused, they're going to believe that they still need to be the good guys. God is going to bless us. It's okay. It's okay being poor because God is going to bless us. The afterlife is going to be great. All the rich people are going to hell. That's what they've convinced people. And they believe that, because their parents believed that. You see how dangerous religion is? And people think that we are the bad guys when we tell them that, nah, man, these religions were created to enslave you. That's what they were created for. They weren't created for you to be free. It has nothing to do with your freedom. It has everything to do with your enslavement. It has everything to do with controlling you. That's what these religions were created for. Control. To make sure that you don't think for yourself, to make sure that you turn into a coward, basically. To make sure that you do not fight for yourself. You don't fight for your rights. You're supposed to be okay with not being treated right. You see? That is why people who go to church worship their pastors. They worship the people that are above them. Women that go to church respect their partners more than they respect their husbands. That's because it was always about slavery. It has always been about slavery. It has always been about turning normal thinking humans into slaves, into ideal slaves, into slaves that don't even realize that they are slaves. It was about taming people. Because people that are not tamed are dangerous. People that do not play by the rules are dangerous. They're unpredictable. When they feel like something is not right, they will do whatever they can to fix that thing. They're not going to be complying even if they see that, nah, man, the things that are happening do not make sense. Our children are hungry. We are hungry. There are people that are not even working. They're not doing anything. They're just controlling us. Their job is to control us, and they have everything. We are the ones that are supposed to work shitty jobs. We are the ones that are supposed to clean toilets. And we're not even making enough. We're not even making enough money to take care of our families. We've worked our whole lives and we're broke. The only reason why people are not fighting against this system that has enslaved them is because they are ideal slaves. If they were not ideal slaves, if they were not even slaves, if they were not even complying with what's going on, they will be fighting. They will make sure that things ain't the way that they are now. The most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. That is the truth. They got us. People end up doing things that are not even good for them. And they're justifying these things that they're doing. Justifying these things to their children. It started when we were little. That is why we are complying now. They used religion, they used the education system, and they got us, and it worked. It worked so well that the ones that are free have to suffer a lot. And they're not going to be suffering at the hands of their masters. No, they will be suffering at the hands of other slaves. They will be suffering at the hands of Uncle Toms. You see? When you are free, you still have to suffer at the hands of those that are not free, because they don't understand that they're not free. They don't understand what you're fighting for, what you stand for. They want you to be like them. They've been programmed to think that you are the bad guy. See, if you are free, you are the bad guy. You see that when you look at the most powerful religions in this world, Islam and Christianity. Christians believe that people that are free, people who do not worship their gods, those are the bad guys and they deserve to be punished. See, and they really believe that the people who do not follow their religions, the people who do not worship their masters, deserve to be punished for eternity. They believe that. That is why this system is working, because people believe that people are just fighting for their survival should be punished. Because there are people that are doing things that are not legal in order to survive. I mean, what should they do? I saw a video where this other lady was selling vegetables, and she was not supposed to be selling vegetables where she was selling vegetables. I saw a video. In that video, there was these police guys that were harassing her because it was illegal for her to be selling what she was selling. It was okay for her to get harassed. She's just trying to feed her family, but they felt like it was okay. I mean, what is she supposed to do? This is South Africa. This is Mzansi. 60% of young people are not employed. For real, they don't even have shitty jobs. They give us, you know how much they give? They give people that are not employed every month. They give them $350. You know how much $350 is? $350 is like, I'm gonna tell you how much that is. It's like maybe $19. $350 is like $19. $19 a month. What the fuck are you gonna do with $19 a month? They want these people to continue to vote for them. Because they're getting $19 a month. There's nothing that you can do with $19 a month. You're not going to start a business that's going to work with $19 a month. You're just going to buy alcohol. That's it. You're just going to buy weed, cigarettes, alcohol. That's it. You're not going to do anything that is going to save you, anything that's going to put you in a better place. And that's what they want. They want people that are not going to do anything to empower themselves. They want people that are going to be okay with being poor, as if they're supposed to be poor. They've been poor their whole lives, so they're supposed to be okay with living in poverty. We're ideal slaves, man. Like, if you don't know what a perfect slave is, look at yourself. Look at people around you. We're perfect slaves. Because slaves are not supposed to complain. The slaves that complained were punished, They punished the slaves because the slaves are not supposed to complain. Slaves are supposed to be okay with being slaves. They're supposed to be okay with their enslavement. But we are the ideal slaves. So we don't even complain about being slaves. We are just supposed to be happy. We're not even happy. We just pretend to be happy because that is what's cool. You fit in when you pretend to be happy. You're not going to fit in if you don't pretend to be happy. If you're really going to be honest about how you feel, you're not really going to fit in. The whole world is going to be against you. This is where you live, man. Live in a world where the ones that are trying to be free are the bad guys. The ones that comply are the good guys. Thank you all, guys.